Centaur War Runner.
Hello everybody and welcome to League of Dota Season 3. My name is Berkeley, joining me is the effervescent Rock.
Oh, hello.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm pumped.
Excellent, we got Game 3 for the League of Dota matchup. Now, if you guys don't know how League of Dota works, let me enlighten you. The way that it works is it's a single match elimination. Basically, all the teams versus each other. The loser is eliminated, the winner moves through the next round, and it just keeps whittling down half by half by half by half, all the way down to the grand final. So we're at the round 3 matches right now. So both Super Special Secret Team and Don't Ban Slark, who are facing off right now, have won 2 consecutive matches, and they're looking at hopefully winning a third. Both teams are going to be battling it out, and there can only be one winner. So we're going to have to wait and see who that is, and we'll jump straight into the draft right now. Centaur War Runner picked up for Super Special Secret Team, and the Centaur War Runner has seen a little bit of more play reasonably recently, or reasonably recent, and he is, being paired with an early Blink Dagger, put in the off lane, can really start to make things happen. His ulti is a global ulti, affects all his teammates, being able to run in and chase down any sort of target to secure a kill. So very useful hero, nice big damage amount, and is one of the tankiest heroes in the game thanks to his there's no one else here. A 3.8 strength gain with every level, and I'm pretty sure that's the highest strength gain in the game. And the Disruptor picked up second for Super Special Secret Team, and Disruptor is one of my favorite supports in terms of his mid-game, early to mid-game potential. The minute that he gets level 6, he can really be effective in those team fights because he can group them all together and with that kinetic field, throw his ulti Static Storm over the top, and he's going to be able to really eliminate a lot of these guys' effectiveness. The Venomancer and the Beastmaster are not going to be able to use any of their spells if they get caught in that Static Storm. So until BKBs come out, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. He is a little bit weak in the tri-lane. If he is put in the tri-lane, his tri-lane potential isn't that great because he doesn't really have any sort of stun or disable or even slow. So that's one of the weaknesses, but once you get past that early laning stage, Disruptor really comes into his own. And what are you thinking about the Radiant bans right now, Rock?
Well,
The Don't Ban Slark.
Yeah, and the bans and the picks. Well, looking at the picks, the Venomancer and the Beastmaster is totally different from what they went last time. They went very well. They did go strong team orientated, but they kind of picked up the Luna and the Vengeful. And it was kind of a little bit more damage, whereas now it looks like they've gone for AoE with the Beastmaster and with the Venomancer. And if you look at these bans, on the side of Super Special Secret Team, they've gone with Batrider, Lycan, AA, and Chen, and as we've talked about, the AA and the Lycan are like literally either banned or picked at the moment. But it's good to see that Batrider is starting to be respected again as a really useful disabling utility player. And if you look at the bans on the Don't Ban Slark, they've got rid of they got rid of Visage and Invoker, so really powerful support and mid there. And then they got rid of the Dazzle and the Clockwork, so kind of trying to affect the off lane a little bit too.
Sorry, Rock. What was the question?
Yeah, well, I was just saying that that it's just interesting bans and picks. We've got a lot of really first tier bans and picks there, but now Don't Ban Slark's kind of trying to mess with the Clockwork a little bit. But we've also seen the Shadow Shaman and the Shadow Demon picked up, so that's a really support heavy type of lineup for Don't Ban Slark.
Yeah, really, as you said, really support heavy. The Venomancer and the Shadow Demon, some great disables and slows, some early game potential, and harass, both with the Venomancer Acid, the Venomancer Poison Sting, and the Shadow Poison. So two sorts of harass, really low cost or free, and Tidehunter coming out on wow, don't ban
They
Slark.
they
A
are just
lot of early
going.
game potential.
Yeah, that's right. They're just going mass AOE, mass team fight, and it's going to be interesting to see where they run these. I reckon we could even see a Tide mid or a Tide style carry. Um,
I think we're going to see a Tide offlane, a solo offlane for Tidehunter, and Beastmaster is going to be heading mid, I reckon, and then the Dope and Slack are going to be picking up a hard carry. That's how I sort of envision this
yep,
layout right now.
but the Beastmaster
But
and the Tidehunter are interchangeable. Really, they both can play mid and both can play offlane. So
That's
um,
it. That's completely true. Beastmaster could even be in a farming role in the safe lane, although his carry potential isn't great. But going by their picks, I'd say that they're looking more at a mid game team fight lineup and just wanting to smash down these towers. So Ember Spirit could make things a little bit difficult for these guys because he can become immune thanks to his Sleight of Fist. Which means that he'll be able to dodge a little bit of this team fight thanks to his Sleight of Fist if he uses it correctly. But the Shadow Shaman Disruptor, the two supports, the dual supports that are going to be helping out. I was going to say the Ember Spirit. He could be in a farming position, or he could be mid. So that's a little bit of a versatile hero for Super Special Secret Team. I think they need they do have a little bit of answer to the team fight with the Disruptor. Because if he, before the Tidehunter drops his ulti down, or even the Beastmaster, if a Disruptor gets a kinetic field and static storm over the top of those guys, then they're not going to be able to get off their ults, and there's a chance for Super Special Secret Team to actually take down the Don't Ban Slark's lineup before they get off their huge wombo combos.
yeah, that's what they're going to definitely try to do. Oh, finally got a Drow Ranger picked up as well for that last pick for Don't Ban Slark. So, very important that they grab that carry. But unfortunately, her aura is really not going to support many people. It'll help Venom and it'll help Shadow Demon, but it won't be giving anyone else that extra agility and damage, which is unfortunate. So, a bit of an unusual kind of pick up there. That Drow wasn't what I was really expecting.
Yeah, well, may as well introduce the teams. So I'll take the Radiant. On the side of the Radiant, well, this is round 3 for League of Dota Season 3, a single match elimination roundup. The winner is going to move on to the next round of League of Dota, and the loser is going to be eliminated. For the Radiant, we've got, sitting in base right now, we've got Spin Lambs on the Shadow Demon, and this is for Don't Ban Slark, by the way. And we got Banana Cletus on the Venomancer, KRBZ on the Tidehunter, which I think the Tidehunter is going to be heading into the offlane. Heading into mid is going to be the stand-in, WWD. We saw him in mid last game, and he's going to be on the Beastmaster. And lastly, in a farming role, is the second stand-in, WWD Fan. So, WWD in the mid, and his biggest fan in the farming position on the Drow Ranger.
Yeah, so it's been it's a funny name, isn't it? WWD. I'm trying to work out what it stands for, but I'm going to quickly introduce the Dire side as well. So, looks like on the farming role, it's going to be probably the Ember Spirit going up top lane, maybe by himself, and that's Buko. Then on the mid, we're going to have Akos on the Tinker. We're going to have Shadow Shaman and it looks like the whole group's actually roaming together just to check out what's going on. But on the Shadow Shaman, we've got Hi. On the Centaur, we've got Cool. And on the Disruptor, we've got Under. So thanks, guys. Some really nice names there. But we've actually got a bit of a smoke gank happening, level 1 smoke gank. And they're going to try and come in and maybe find this Drow or possibly even the Shadow Demon. Or the Venom, it looks like too. So yeah, I wonder what's going to be happening now.
We'll just have to wait and see. Let's have a look. So yeah, I think now it's going to be popped by Spin Lambs.
Oh, but they've decided to go on Venom.
Oh, poor Banana Cletus.
Gone.
Explodes.
And Shadow Shaman's trying to run away, and so is Drow Ranger, but Drow might be in a bit of trouble. That's the glimpse back. Beautiful glimpse, and now a whole heap of click damage is going to be coming her way. There's the second Shackles, and they've got 2 kills for nothing down here in this smoke game.
Ooh,
What an amazing start
love
there for SSS.
huge starting up potential. 2 kills for Super Special Secret Team, and Drow, oh no, went for a quick Wraith Band and a Tango, and oh dear, sent back, no money, has to run all the way out to lane.
And it looks like we've actually got quite a bit of once again we've got these wards in the camps just sabotaging those creep camps and making sure that they can't well, there's one vision and one sabotage ward there, so doing a really good job there, trying to stop the pulling of that bottom lane, trying to make sure that Centaur gets a pretty good go at that lane.
Cool, no worries. Now we're getting a little bit of feedback on the voices, and just wondering if your mute co-broadcasters is on, Rock. Just because apparently some of the people listening are getting a little bit of an echo, so we'll see if we can fix that up. But for now, looking at the top lane, we've got the Tidehunter in the off lane, and the Disruptor has headed up and starting to help him out with High stacking some camps in the jungle, and going to be allowing the Sleight of Fist on Ember Spirit to be smashing down those camps when he heads into the jungle. A lot of harass, they're going toe-to-toe.
Ember Spirit, he's dropped the Gush, but Ember Spirit's just going to get away. So Tide showing that he does have a bit of damage there. But he is completely out of mana and health, so poor old Tide's going to be doing it tough.
And he hasn't got any levels in Kraken Shell, so his tankiness right there is still kind of low. Not that great. And he's just going to have to... And he hasn't actually picked up a Stout Shield, so really confident lineup coming at... confident starting items coming out from KRBZ.
And now it looks like that... Well, it looks like we've got quite a heap of wards down here in the bottom lane, and Centaur's actually dropped a sentry ward there too to try and stop them from dewarding him. So they dewarded him as well. So there's quite a big fight over these runes and these wards down here at the moment. These camps. And we've actually got Tinker coming in to grab that regen rune for his bottle. Yep. And he's going to be doing a great start. Now we've got Pink moving down to mid as well. And I think we might see a bit of a gank happening on this Beastmaster. And poor old Beastmaster's, you know, in a really tough lane against Tinker. That's a really hard matchup.
Oh, for sure. It's not going to be an easy game for him. But saying that, he's actually, Tinker going to get that rune has actually left Beastmaster a little bit of time to get some farm. And if Beastmaster can keep his mana up, which there's a courier who's just dropped off his bottle, so he's going to be able to regen up now, and he can just use his axes from a distance to actually get some last hits and farm up.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we see now. But he's sitting there in the march, taking right hit clicks, and he's already down to half again. So really taking a lot of damage, really hard lane there. And poor old Tide's got a bit of a hard lane too, but he seems to be doing all right against this Ember Spirit. He's scaring him off, and these other supports are too busy pulling to really help out their Ember.
Now, Ember actually took down Tide, which we unfortunately missed, but Tide has just come straight back into lane and going to keep his farm and XP increase up because he wants to get that level 6 nice and quick so he can get some good team fight happening for Don't Ban Slark. But Super Special Secret Team looking at 3-0, so they've got the XP advantage. Checking out the XP graph, we've got what was in favor of Don't Ban Slark for a very short period of time. It's all over the place and settled right now, bang on 0.
Yeah, right. Well, remember those first 2 kills kind of set the scene of the game, but now it's definitely starting to even out again, and this Tide's doing quite a nice job just sitting up here dodging so much trouble. Like, oh, here we go. A lot of damage down this Disruptor. He's really giving him a good hit. He's going to be able to finish him off. He won't be able to finish him off, and now Ember's come in to kind of trade right clicks as well. But looking very tough down here, this Tide. Really taking it to these two people in the two up for SSS up in top lane.
It also almost seems like you need a tri-lane to deal with this Tidehunter. I mean, he did go down, so gave a little bit of XP to that Ember Spirit, but even so, he's making life difficult. He's already level 5.
Double damage, but he's just been orbed away, and now Drow's pushing him back, trying to drop a couple of right clicks, and he's in a bit of trouble now. Gale is coming as well. He is in a lot of trouble. We've got Venom Wards, we've got Gale, we've got... Oh, he drops the stun. Is he going to get the kill off? Very close. Oh, Shadow Shaman's coming in to try and finish off Venom, but he's not going to get it. Wow.
Venom managed to get out on 9 HP.
He's got 13 now, so...
Regenning up so very, very slowly.
Slowly. And Beastmaster, talking about regenning, Beastmaster is once again just bottle crowing as much as he possibly can. He's got his green boots now too, because taking this right click damage from this Tinker, who, you know, it drops so much damage. He's already hitting for 68, and he's got a couple of GGs and his March as well. So, and he's got missiles as well and lasers. So much damage coming out of the Tinker, and it really is hard for this poor Beastmaster. And now Ty's just wandered through and totally watered their camp again too, so... It looks like.
These sentries actually belong to the Dire, so that's... both of those sentries just looking for a ward.
Yep. They are the remnants of the other wards that were there. Tinker's coming back in, but not much going on. And actually, Beastmaster's going to get this regen rune mid, so once again, as we talked about, really important to control runes, and Beastmaster was using his bird to scout it out then, so nice work there. Using one of his skills to effect.
That's exactly right. And that's just one of the downsides. Like, Tinker's got vision here on this bottom rune for another couple of minutes. But top rune is completely invisible to him, so sending a Hawk up there, lovely for Beastmaster, and going to be able to scout that out and secure making sure that his bottle's going to be filled, and he's got a regen rune, which is really nice.
Tide's in a bit of trouble, but he seems to be giving it back too, and Shadow Shaman has actually come in to try and help out, so they've orbed away Ember Spirit, but he's going to get away quite happily. So nice.
Yeah, and that Shadow Demon still making sure that, you know, they keeping the fear of the Shadow Demon in them.
Absolutely right, and also keeping that Tide alive too. They don't want him to drop. But it's interesting to see that this Drow versus the Centaur down here now. Now that she's by herself,
Cletus smoked up, throws down the ulti, and now the Gale's going to go down. Tinker's going to drop.
Tinker's definitely going to drop so much damage there, so much poison damage. I think he dropped the Gale, not his ulti. Yep, but there's the Tide ulti, beautiful big ulti. In he comes, takes out. Has he got anyone? No, I think they got the disruptor with that one.
Yeah, down with the disruptor. Looked like the Axis hit him, but the Tide Hunter finished him off. Ember Spirit actually going to deal a fair bit of damage to WWD. WD's going to bottle up, try and get some skills. Oh, misses with the Axes. Oh no!
Now Centaur's coming in too. There's a lot of trouble. There's a gush out from Tide, and then the run away. Just get away. But they're thinking maybe can we take this? It's a good idea. That Centaur's massive.
Oh,
that was a double kill!
Just lined up for him.
Oh my god.
And now Drow.
Now Drow's coming in. And poor old Shadow Shaman has got nothing. But, Tinker comes in massive damage and blows up both Shadow Demon and Drow. So, oh my goodness me.
Little bit of an overcommitment from Dope and Slark. I mean, you know, the Beastmaster and the Shadow Demon just lined up perfectly for that double edge, not realizing the double edge, that's a cleave ability.
Oh man, they both dropped. I think it was the Tide and the Beastmaster that both dropped.
Oh yeah, the Tide, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, they were sitting up there, but they were going so low, and that's exactly what you're talking about the Centaur. The Centaur is so tanky, and he does that massive damage, massive double edge damage.
And that's a free ability. That doesn't cost any mana at all. He can do it any time it's off cooldown.
It does cost a bunch of health though, so but he's doing alright. He's only got one regen ring, so maybe he's going from early mech, but it's not that early. It's 9 minutes in. He hasn't actually got that much, but he's doing alright with a couple of kills under his belt. So and now we see Veno Ward, Shadow Shaman, Drow all wailing on this tower, and these three are the three that are going to get that extra damage from Drow's aura. So. Great to see that they're all like kind of, not that they have to group up, but they're using that aura to really smack down this tower as well as the wards as well. And yes, bringing people in. They've got Veno Venom, and yep, I think he's going to get away actually. Yeah, so Venom got away, but now Drow's coming in as well, and Shadow Shaman really disrupting here, and oh, big kill there on the Centaur. Prod Centaur tried to get in, he almost got the Veno, but Drow came over and really put him in his place.
He knew he was going to go down, so he just used Double Edge to get a couple of last hits and a little bit of gold before he died, so he didn't lose too much.
That's right, but that was a big rotation. Now Beastmaster's free to push this middle lane as much as he wants. And Ember Spirit is coming in to try and deal a bit of damage, to try and prevent this push, but remember, Beastmaster's been sitting in mid the whole time. He's not going to be an easy pushover.
Not by any means, and he's got his shout back up. So Primal Roar available for any future team fights or any ganks coming his way. And yeah, he's fine. He's very, very happy to sit here in middle, farm, get some last hits. Ember Spirit's doing quite well in terms of kills. Like, he's sitting 3, 0, and 4. He's been involved in 7 out of the 8 kills.
Now he's flamed in. He's gone for the shackles, but now Ember's in actually both Beastmaster. Oh, beautiful Tide ulti there. Took out the Ember Spirit. There we go. And now Tinker's in a bit of trouble too. Tide's coming in. His anchor smashed. Has he got the gush up? Yeah, one more last hit. There it is. Beautiful double kill by the Tide.
Huge plays, and now he's just going to TP out and get out because he needs to go back and regen. But they're going to secure this tier 1 tower. And that is the first tower down.
So, really good job. So that Tide is a very expensive hero. The fact that he has to go straight back and regen up after dropping everything. But there's no doubt about the damage and the utility that he's got. He just really disrupted that team fight. Came on in and completely turned it on its head.
That's exactly right, and he's over halfway towards his Blink Dagger now, so that's going to be coming online very, very soon. Mask of Madness has been picked up by Drow, so a little bit of a pretty glass cannon build going to the Drow Ranger.
And Ember Spirit came in and took out the Veno. Now the Beastmaster's there also, but I do believe he was a bit too close up, and he's actually been glimpsed all the way back. But they just missed with that disruptor, they just missed with it, and now Tide's in a bit of trouble, so he's going to try and finish it off. Tide's sitting in the march, he's got one more last hit on him. Oh, he just gets away, but now it's all going on. Cool goes down, so does the Drow. And I think Shadow Demon's about to go down too, but he will get the invis and he'll get away. Goodness. So Drow for DBS and Centaur and Disruptor for SSS. It is just going
and just
crazy.
So close. Coming out from both these teams, some great kills. A little bit of like every time that either team is found out of position, each hero overextended. Both teams are punishing it severely.
Yeah, huge responses. Really nice team coordination to get these ganks off with 2 or 3 more characters to really ensure that they get the kill. And as you can see, Shadow Demon's still sitting up here with this invisibility rune, but it's about to go off. Now, big roar out.
Shout!
Beastmaster Axis as well. And I think they're going to be in trouble. No, Ember Spirit managed to escape, and the rest of the crew have come in now. So, Disruptor pulling back Shadow Demon. Down he goes. Big Veno ulti. Managing to get both Tinker and the Shadow Shaman as well. Tinker's going down, lots of damage on the Tinker, down he goes. Disruptor's about to go down too. Oh no, he escapes, and now they're going to turn it back onto this Beastmaster. Beastmaster go down. And Centaur is wailing away on this Tide, just trying to do it. But now the boar is actually down, and the ulti comes out from Tide. I wonder if Tide can finish this off. Oh, it's such a close fight. In comes Veno, and I think Centaur goes down. But Ember Spirit wants to finish this off. He's going to try and tidy up. Oh, beautiful tidy up there on the Veno. Can he get the Tide as well?
Oh.
He did!
Tide had Gush, but the Sleight of Fist ensured that Ember Spirit survived. And wow, that was great pickup from the Ember Spirit. Looking at his kills now, he's sitting 8 kills, 5 assists, and only 1 death. So looking at the that's actually a big surprise to me. Looking at the net worth, he's actually 3rd behind a Drow Ranger and Beastmaster. So even with all these kills, it seems that somehow his farm is just not suffering a little bit.
No, Beastmaster managed to get out. He just got out. Oh, they're all going to escape. No, so none for none. Moving away. Decided that engagement wasn't the way to go. Oh, but Ember wants it. Ember's coming in. He's got that poison damage on him. Tide's looking having a look, but now he's been hexed. He's a giant chicken.
These guys are just fight after fight after fight.
It is just a
In his
massive
belly.
fight, yeah. And it's interesting to see because Ember Spirit's really taken off, but then these supports are really taking off too. Tide's getting in there, Beastmaster's getting in there, Venom's getting in there. So if they keep this pressure up, if they keep this really long, sustained team fight going, you can see them actually, wearing down some of these towers. But it's definitely not one way or the other. Both teams doing a great job, very balanced.
Tide Under's only 50 gold away from picking up his Blink Dagger. We're going to be seeing that coming out very, very soon.
Got a bit of a pause out as well. Disruptor, it looks like.
Centaur Warrunner, surprisingly poor right now. I do wonder where all his gold is going, because, yeah, he's sitting on a stout shield, a cloak, and brown boots with a couple of rings of regen. I mean, he was in the offlane, but I would have thought that he had a little bit more gold than that at his disposals.
Yeah, well, you're
After
right.
all those... To have a
Yeah, well, it seems like they are down in towers too, remember, so... DBS is definitely going to have more just for the fact that they've got more towers and they're going to have more money. And they've got a few...
Drow Ranger, by the way, I think you should note, picked up a Blink Dagger. So we see Mask of Madness and Blink Dagger on Drow Ranger. Very interesting build.
High mobility. It's probably a direct counter to try and take an Ember Spirit. And probably just with this Blink Centaur too, which soon as well, so... just assuming that for the extra mobility, but she's actually wailing down on this bottom tower herself, but up she goes. So that's what the blink was for, just to really make sure that she gets out, she can put pressure on the tower and get away before anyone can come in on her.
And this Inner Beast aura from Beastmaster is going to really help this Drow, especially paired with a Mask of Madness. So you're going to see some huge amount of attack speed coming out from Drow Ranger, being able to smash down heroes from the back line. And if anyone does go on her, she's still got that Blink Dagger to sort of take care of and hopefully get her out.
That's alright, and her third skill too, which now pushes away. So she's actually got a little bit of disable and protection there to help her. She's definitely not sitting duck. We've actually got a ulti from the Centaur. Past it was a smoke gang. Beautiful smoke gang there. Beautiful ulti by the Disruptor, and they just scored double kill on Shadow Demon and Veno.
That was an explosion of supports right there. It was just a puff of blood, and Centaur Warrunner just trots away, happy as a clam.
That's right, happy as a really happy clam. Probably a clam that won the lotto, maybe. Possibly it's his marriage day. But yeah, very happy clams all over the place. Now, once I said the kills are even, 16 apiece, and Centaur, as you said before, maybe not doing as well by himself, hasn't got that much, but that ulti really helped the Disrupt to get in there, and the rest of the team to get in there under that smoke gang can really nail those two supports, really nail them down and catch them off. And now they're actually coming in to use these auras again and really try and wail out this bottom tower.
So Hood of Defiance is trying to be completed on the Centaur Warrunner. So he's trying to get an early Hood, if not an early pipe of Insight. So that'll stand up a fair bit to the Veno damage, the Tide damage. The Axis damage from Beastmaster is composite, so it's not going to block out all of it, but a little bit from Shadow Demon as well. So spell resistance and tankiness should be increasing on the Centaur Warrunner pretty soon. He's just finished the Hood of Defiance.
Alright.
Ember Spirit's going for some...
Oh, beautiful blink ult by the Tide. He's jumped on. He's brought it out, but now Centaur decided to come and counter-initiate. But they got the tower for all their trouble. So tower is down, and now, looks like they're going on the Ember Spirit. Beautiful, but now Beastmaster is caught in that ulti. The March Machines is down for Tinker as well, and it looks like a 1-for-0. So DBS getting a tower and a kill out of that. Really good job.
Yeah, on that high priority Ember Spirit target too, because currently he's the most farmed, well, was the most farmed until that death, and now Tinker has overtaken him in terms of his farming rate. Drow taking on Rosh, wants to take him out nice and quickly, and they're going to try and sneak it here, but it seems like like Cool and the rest of the gang know what's going on, and they could actually initiate and kill the Tide and a couple of these really low health
They are
heroes.
very low. He hasn't got his blink dagger up yet, unfortunately, so now he's in a hell of a lot of trouble. He's so slow, so much slow coming down with the Shadow Demon, the Drow, and he just couldn't get close to him to initiate. Now the ward's been dropped down as well, and Beastmaster's been tied. Flips it right back in. Can he get away? Beautiful mech, and he's actually managed to survive that. So while this is going on, we've got Rosh still fighting the wards and he's almost down, but now it looks like Drow's about to go down. That's right, Ember Spirit got the kill on Drow, but Tide got the kill on Ember Spirit. So, and that's actually a buyback from the Ember Spirit. So both teams really want this Rosh, really trying to fight hard for this. They've left the Disruptor there, but he cannot do much against. He's really strong. Oh, Blink and Gush by the Tide, trying to take out the Tinker, gets him in the March Machines. And now there's also been a big fall on the Disruptor. And he's been leading. So quite a few kills there for DBS. Definitely taking the advantage, but it looks like they're going to have to pull back. And this Rosh is so low. They've got Venom wards there to keep Vision, and Ember Spirit can't get in unharmed. Because those Venom wards are going to keep dropping damage down. But it really looks like now SSS is in the better position to try and get the Rosh. It is on their side. What do you think, Bo?
I'm thinking that this is just a really, really intense game, and there was a little bit of trickle feeding coming out from Super Special Secret Team. And yeah, I think the Ember Spirit really does want to take him, but he's kind of low, and Tide's found him.
Oh, and there goes one more Gush, and he's just...
Oh, wow.
Just got away, man. Tinker's dropping this AoE damage down again while they try and finish up this Rosh. They've almost got it. Drow's doing everything she can, and now Tinker's actually teleporting out. But he's being glimpsed back. Oh no, sorry. Beastmaster's glimpsed back. And Drow finally got the Rosh, has gone down. They've taken the Centaur, they've taken the Shadow Shaman, and now DBS have really got a good advantage push. They've got that Aegis up on the Drow. They've got all of their team alive, and they're definitely going to be trying to take down this tower. I'd stand in front of this Rax.
That's exactly right. And I think that trickle feed from Super Special Secret Team in that Rosh pit, just sending in like, one or two heroes at a time, and allowing DBS to actually take out a few of their heroes, their key heroes, including the Ember Spirit and the Tinker. That really worked out for DBS in the end. So Don't Ban Slark coming out on top, getting the Aegis, getting the last hit on Rosh, and Drow Ranger now sitting with 2 lives and a hell of a lot of damage to deal. And she's almost finished her BKB too.
Yeah, she's smashing on. She's doing a really good job. The other thing is also look at now, Secret Special Secret Team, SSS, Secret Special Secret Teams have got no towers. They haven't even got a tower yet. So they're so under leveled or under kind of resource when it comes to money, because that's actually all the tier 2s down now, and they're onto the tier 3s now for DBS, and there's just really not much that this slightly more late game kind of team is for SSS can do.
Yeah, and just having this Drow Ranger who comes online as a potential carrier a lot earlier.
Tide ulti. Oh, and they got the Tinker straight off the bat. But now the Centaur has come on in. The wards have been dropped by Shadow Shaman. Centaur's trying to deal out a whole bunch of damage. Oh, Centaur goes down. Now Ember's in as well, but Tide is still sticking strong. Very tanky, very strong. Still alive. Ember can't even finish up. Oh, finally, there it goes. Finally finish up. I think Ember's going to get away. Drow's in a bit of trouble as well. She's going to go down. She does. There's the Aegis popped. But now, oh, beautiful last hit from the Venom on the Shadow Shaman. And it was probably 3 for 3. The Drow is mincing into the... they actually got 4 because they killed the Aegis as well, but now Drow's come back in and she is just wreaking havoc. But Ember wants... oh, beautiful kill by the Ember, but now he is silenced. He's going up to the Veno. Veno's trying to drop as much damage as he possibly can, all of the poison, but I don't think it's enough, and there's burn damage coming out on the Ember Spirit, just too much, and he takes out the Veno. So a little bit of pushback there. Good job and a few kills taken back for the side of SSS. So very important. Now, I think we've accidentally lost Bo, but hopefully we'll have him back. Bo, are you there?
Yep, I'm back.
Hooray! So
All
this
right,
is just
so
non-stop, Bo. I
it's so intense. It's crazy, and it looks like the last two survivors from Doban Slark actually went down there, and they didn't end up getting the tier 3 tower, only dropping it to half health, using up the Aegis.
But we've got it looks like we've got a Necro 3 out on Beastmaster. It is. It's a Necro 3. It is. So even more push and even more minions coming out. And I bet you SSS wish they had a Earthshaker right now, because we've just got minions coming out all over the place.
Yep, and I think that's a nice little anti-push, maybe even a coddle or something to help them to keep a hold of this high ground, because a Venomancer, he's going to be pushing. The Shadow Shaman wards can be dropped defensively, but you kind of, you don't want to drop them if you can avoid it. Having to drop it defensively means that you're not going to be able to drop down a tower and actually take some gold for your team.
That's right, and it's very easy when you drop a defensive ward for the other team to move away from them. If it's an attacking ward, well then you're kind of setting the speed of the game, and you're kind of initiating, so therefore you usually can make sure they're going to stay near the wards and get a bit more damage out of them. But if it's a defensive ward, there's nothing to stop the other team from just walking away, and then that skill's down for a minute and a half, and it's not going to help them at all.
That's exactly right. It'll buy you a couple of seconds, a minute at tops, in which you can have a bit of relief, but they're just going to come right back and hammer you down.
That's
And
right.
looks like Don't Bad Slack are just happy to farm up a little bit and just be ready to take this high ground. Whether they're going to wait for Rosh to actually jump up, or
I think Ember saw maybe a glimpse of Shadow Demon there and thought they might be able to get him. Ember did come in on him, so it looks like they're actually following him, and they've glimpsed him back, and now he's caught on the hoop as well. So he's going to defensively put himself in the orb, try and get away, and beautiful push stick. But I wonder if is there going to be enough damage? Yes, there is. Beautiful work there. Shadow Demon almost getting away, but great gank by the Ember Spirit, by the Disruptor, and he is gone.
And the first of probably 2 Battle Furies coming out on the Ember Spirit. So I do wonder if he's going to go the classic pub build and go 2 Battle Furies to add that extra cleave damage with his Sleight of Fist. We'll just have to wait and see.
That's right, and that Sleight of Fist is a skill that really starts to stack and really starts to kind of level. Once he starts getting the damage, you can see him finishing off 2 or 3 supports just with one Sleight of Fist, once he gets the damage up. So he's definitely starting to come online now, and I think he's definitely going to be causing a little bit more trouble to this early game team that DBS has put forward. They've been doing well, they've been taking it to them, but they haven't been able to breach the base yet. They haven't been able to get to tier 3, and I think that some of these characters, this Tinker, this Ember Spirit, they're really going to start to level up now and come online.
That's exactly right, and Ember Spirit is a wonderful counter to any Necro units, because Necronomicon, doesn't matter how many there are, he's invulnerable when he's in Sleight of Fist, which means that if he gets his damage up to be able to take out all these Necro units and all these heroes while he's in Sleight of Fist, it means that there's not going to be any damage dealt to him when he deals that final blow on the melee unit.
That's right. Another game pause down now, and as you can see, I think that was actually Shadow Shaman, so might have just had a little bit of a mouse issue or a keyboard issue or something, so good play by everyone just to pause and wait for Shadow Shaman to get his proverbial shit together.
Well, just checking out the gold graph for these guys, it's well and truly in Dope and Slark's favor. It's over 15,000 gold in their favor, and checking out the XP, it's a little bit less, thanks to the, as you said, Super Special Secret Team have not secured a tower yet, so there's going to be a lot more gold waiting to be grabbed with all these Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 towers. But XP, about 6,000, 7,000 in favor of Don't Bad Slark. So it's not insurmountable for the late game orientated Super Special Secret Team to actually come out on top, and if they can turtle and defend this high ground and stop the push and the team fight coming out from Don't Ban Slark, I think they've definitely got a shot at winning this because coupled with Shadow Shaman, with the pushing potential of the Shadow Shaman, with the Ember Spirit, they can hammer down towers if they get the chance. All they have to do is take out a team fight.
Yeah, absolutely right. And this is a really interesting time of the game to kind of draw attention to. Now we're seeing a whole lot of different strategies being used, and we've got push strats, we've got defensive strats, we've got I've even seen four carry strats, and what it shows is that the timing is the big thing about these teams that you choose. So it's about the 30-minute mark, and that's when you see a Tinker and an Ember Spirit and whatnot start to get very powerful. So we're actually about to see the time that maybe SSS drafted for, which is that little bit more mid-game. And it's really important for everyone to realise when you're watching these games, when you're playing these games, that you might feel like you're doing badly, you might feel like the other team's got the advantage, but quite often in Dota, time is key, isn't it? You can really turn a game around just by sticking it out, turtling in, and out carrying, or getting up that one item that you needed. So I think we're about to see a real change in the game.
That's exactly right. It all comes down to the timing of your lineup. Your lineup is designed to come online at a certain time, and while one person's team lineup is able to come online, in this case, Don't Ban Slark is able to come online a lot quicker than the super special secret team, because having heroes like the Ember Spirit, the Tinker, and even the Centaur Warrunner that require a fair amount of items to actually be effective. I think this Ember Spirit could become a real problem for Don't Ban Slark. The one redeeming hero right now in terms of the late game on the side of Don't Ban Slark is this Drow Ranger. While she's more a mid-game carry hero, she has the potential to really slam out damage at the end. The downside is that she is very, very squishy. So if you get something like a couple of Battle Furies and maybe a crit stick, so a Chrysalis or even a Daedalus coming up on the Ember Spirit, one Sleight of Fist can really drop her. So it doesn't matter how much damage she can deal. If Ember Spirit can put up his damage to the point where he can actually one or two hit this Drow Ranger, then that's really going to change the outcome of this game.
Look at that speed that she is just punching down that tower. Oh my goodness me, you can barely even see her moving. That tower is. And
with that Inner Beast aura, her attack speed is looking at something like over 300. It's huge.
That is just insane. So they managed to get that tower down. So the GBS has still got a lot to do, and it's actually interesting to see what Tide's building. Tide's actually got a Mystic Staff. Yeah, he does. So and a Percy. So the Percy might be for a Refresher Orb, and the Mystic Staff, well, he might be going for a Shivers, but it's actually two different item builds there that he's going for, and I'm thinking it's just so we can spam his mana continuously. As much mana as possible, and just keep spamming Gush and Anchor Smash.
And now we're going to go for Rax. These guys want to initiate.
Once again, look at that speed from the Drow. It is just like, it's a machine gun. Choo 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 choo. Pew pew pew. Yeah, machine lasers coming out. We got March the Machine still going. We got Ember trying to slide a fist and just take out whatever he can, but too much of this damage is coming through, and they've actually managed to take this DBS has taken the barracks down. So now they're actually moving onto the next barracks, the next tower in mid, and I think this is the time when they really need to push through and really need to try and just keep smashing down this tower now. They've got the Necros up, they've got Drow up with almost with a Molyneux. She's got a Maelstrom, and she's just smashing down these towers, and that kind of shows again that that's what they were kind of banking on. They were like, we just want to be able to get towers really fast, kind of like a Luna with that Drow Ranger.
Yeah, so that's the outer towers down, and that's the main issue for them right now, because they need to get those outer towers down so that Venno, all he has to do is just throw those wards up, and no one needs to commit too hard to take down those barracks.
Exactly right, but Centaur's trying to go for it once again. Big stun, but missing everyone.
Weird.
Now he's in a little bit of trouble. That was a blink ulti by the Tide, takes out Disruptor, and the Shadow Charmer's gone down as well, and now he's going to sit here so tanky, take out these wards, these defensive wards we talked about. Venno punches his ult in, and Centaur goes down too, and I think there was a bit of a last-ditch effort trying to, get in there and disrupt this team, because they just looked so strong, hanging around, just mincing towers, not even being scared off, and they just took a 4 from poor old SSS. Tinker's doing everything he possibly can. He's shooting rockets, he's blink daggering, he's lasering, he's trying to take out Drow, but just can't do anything.
Manages to TP out, but I think at this stage, GG is probably on the lips of Super Special Secret Team. Don't ban Slark just a little bit too strong, managing to finish this game just before their carry came online. So Drow Ranger managing to dish out the damage, and these supports managing to back her up.
But it wasn't just a matter of getting a bunch of supports too. Like, they had some pretty tough lanes that they had to pull off. For example, Beastmaster had to go against Tinker, and that would have been really hard. And Tide did a really great job against the tri lane up top. So there was a lot of skill as well to be able to get these support characters through and not let them feed, and still get them, developing farm and items and things like that too, because there were some pretty tough lanes that DBS actually managed to win, I'd say.
Yeah, and there's the GG call from Super Special Secret Team, and that's going to secure Don't Ban Slark moving to round 4.
Wow, good game there by both teams. What a killer game. That was just so intense, so fast-paced, and it really wasn't so much as one team getting the advantage of the other. I think it was just maybe a little bit better drafting by DBS. They had a bit of a plan and they stuck to it.
Yeah, and managing to actually get the better of those lanes with those supports meant that they could really come online nice and early, get those level 6 ultis happening and coordinating together. So yeah, some great early game plays from Dope and Slark, and they're going to be moving on to the next round. Super Special Secret Team, unfortunately eliminated. They'll probably be back with League of Dota's next tournament. But for now, let's stick with these guys. We'll be back with the next matchup for League of Dota Season 3. My name is Berkeley. Joining me is the effervescent Rock. Gotta love him.
I love him.
Yeah, exactly. Narcissistic coming
The
out.
narcissistic Rock. That's right. The pleasure has been yours listening to me today.
Exactly. That's exactly. What better way to spend your Friday evening or Saturday morning, depending on which time zone you're sitting in. So make sure you guys stick with us. If you're watching on Dota TV, head over to our Twitch channel, because we're going to be having some tunes coming up in just a second to kill the time until the next match. And hit that little follow button on the Twitch channel, because that way you can keep in touch with us. Make sure you know every time we go live for some more League of Dota or some more Dota tournaments that we actually cast for. And yeah, we just like to have some fun and chat with you guys. So please hit that follow button, check out our Facebook page, like us, do all that stuff. We've got a YouTube channel too. We're everywhere. So until the next match, stick around.
See ya.